Good morning, guys. Today I want to share my mom routine from morning all the way through to night just to show you our structure and how we get everything done. These days I start my mornings at 6 a.m. and around 6:15 a.m. I literally lift my kids up from the bed while they are still asleep. I put them in car and we all leave to drop my husband at the train station. He's still recovering from his foot injury and he's not allowed to drive yet, so we pick and drop him to the train station. Once we are back home, we have some lazy time in bed before we get on with our day. Having a good start of the day is so important as it sets the tone of the day. So as a mom, I make sure my kids do not cry for whatever reason early morning. Also, I make my kids breakfast on time so that they get a happy start of the day and we can proceed in the same mood throughout the day. The days when kids have woken up crying or cranky are the most difficult days, as such days they really test your patience, and the days they wake up happy, they tend to stay happy throughout, and we actually end up having a lot of fun together. So for me, having a good start is really important. One of the reasons I wanted to do daily routine from morning to night is to show you how we break down each hour to make time as effective as possible. Because kids are waking up early these days, I give them milk first and then I would start prepping for breakfast.
Say something like you love me and make my day, like you always do, like you always do. Hold my hand.
So today for breakfast we are having hummus toast and sweet potato chips, which are still cooking, but as kids are very hungry, I serve them the toast with some olives, and once sweet potatoes are ready, I will give it to them. I want to pack the leftover potato chips for our trip to doctors today, as both my kids, no matter how full they are, once they are out, they want to munch on something. So I always have something, some food in my bag for them. And I usually go for sweet potato chips or strawberries, bananas or khakras are like all my favorite, and I usually keep this in my bag. Of course not all at the same time, but these are the things that I would consider keeping in my bag.
Look me in the eyes so I can tell you how I feel, tell you how I feel. Every day is something new if I spend it with you, with you, with you. Oh, I want you right now.
Now it's time for me to take shower, and I always leave kids in their toy room when I go for a shower, and when I come back the entire room is a mess, and my camera picked it up this time. Kushang loves to bring each and everything down, and my daughter is naughty too. So these days I make sure that every night before we go to bed, kids tidy their toy room. I sit with them and I tell them where things would go, otherwise it's too overwhelming for them. So I help them tackle one thing at a time, which you will see in later part of the video.
If I spend it with you, with you, with you. Oh, I want you right now, and I need you right now, you right now. My world is spinning round, round, around. Oh, I want you now, now, now. My world is spinning round, round, round. And I want you now, and I want you now, and I want you now. How you move and what you do has made me so crazy about you now.
As I mentioned, I have doctor's appointment today for Kushang, and I have packed leftover fries as it takes forever at the medical center.
Now we can go anywhere you like and do anything you want.
જા ગુગુ તું પણ હાથ મૂક પછી જ હું આવીશ આગળ. આવી ગયા? આવશે મને આવા તો થઈ ગયું. We had to wait almost an hour, maybe a little bit more for our appointment, and later I had to go to the Indian grocery store to buy some stuff. And we always love to buy paneer puffs from Indian store, and we sit and eat in the car, which is why my car is total mess and dirty all the time.
I need you right now, you right now. My world is spinning round, round, round. Oh, I want you now, now, now. My world is spinning round, round, round. And I want you now.
So guys, doctor's appointment is done, grocery shopping is done, just a little bit from Indian store, and our kids are super hungry. They've already finished the snack that I bring for them, and now we're gonna eat puff. શું ખાવાના છીએ આપણે? શું ત્યાંનું? તો આંગળી કાઢ, નાકમાંથી આંગળી કાઢ ગંદરી. ચલો લે બકુ ભર ગોટો. બંનેનું સેમ જ હોય ને બેટા. હાથની 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 મમ્મા 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 ખવડાવશે. Trick to make your kids drink water is feed them spicy food and they will be on for water. તીખું લાગી ગયું?
My world is spinning round, round, round. Oh, I want you now, now, now. My world is spinning round, round, round. And I want you now, and I want you now, and I want you now.
We are back home now and we all are so exhausted. It's a very hot day and we're simply lying on the rug and relaxing for a while before we get on to the rest of our day. There's always so much work at home, but for now, not thinking about the work at all. We are just relaxing.
'Cause every day is something new. If I spend it with you, with you, with you. Oh, I want you right now. Oh, I need you right now. You right now. My world is spinning round, round, round. Oh, I want you now, now, now. My world is spinning round, round, round. And I want you now, and I want you now. My world is spinning round, round, round. Oh, I want you now, now, now. My world is spinning round, round, round. And I want you now, and I want you now, and I want you now.
And because it's a very hot day today, I want kids to take bath before afternoon nap. In summer, sometimes I give them bath in the evenings before bedtime, especially on the weekends when I'm taking it easy. It's weekend after all, but weekdays I like to be more organized and do everything per the schedule.
Say something like you love me and make my day, like you always do, like you always do. Hold my hand and look me in the eyes so I can tell you how I feel, tell you how I feel. Every day is something new.
So after kids have taken bath, I will quickly clean the bathroom. This is my 5 minutes bathroom cleaning routine, which I do almost every day. I have an entire video on this, and if you're interested, I will link it for you in the cards above.
My heart is made of stone. I know it's not my fault. It's just the way it is, love. My childhood was a bore, my feelings got ignored. Now I keep acting out loud. Got me feeling like I stepped on legal stressing on my way to work. My way to work. Smiling like a robot, try my best to cover up how much it hurts. You know it hurts.
Now it's almost our lunchtime, but because we've had paneer puffs, we are not hungry at all. So kids decided they want to play in their room, and I really don't have anything on my plate right now. So I'm just sitting and spending some time with them. I'll wait for some time and see if they are hungry. Otherwise, I will give them a very small portion, but make sure they eat something before we go for an afternoon nap. I already had cooked lunch last night as I knew we have to go to the doctor's. I always think about what I want to do and achieve next day, make a to do list, and plan accordingly. I will tick off each task on my to do list as soon as I'm done with it. And trust me, guys, it feels so good just to tick off an item on your to do list. I feel in control, organized, and it also helps me plan ahead of time. Another thing I have learned over my motherhood years is that if kids are well fed and they have slept on time, then they behave much better. And they're happy and playful if they are on a schedule.
Not speaking English in a decade. But ma'am can't tell bank. It's sleeping time. He's not sleeping. I am sleeping, but you have some this one in the toilet room. Toilet room is ready. He said, where's everything? He's teaching everything. In the bed. But he's the mat like this. Mat just like this. And you shuffle down the like this. Mat just like this. Mat just like this. And jump. It's very sweet. But it's jumping everything. Bye. It's playing to the aeroplane. But it's so much fun. Bye.
चल भाई ने कही थी लंच टाइम.
Baby, lunch time. Bye, lunch time.
As I said, kids weren't much hungry, so I've given them small portion today. And while they are eating, I will put away my grocery and quickly clean the kitchen. Oh, by the way, I'm currently in the process of reorganizing my pantry, and this time I want it to be a very clean looking pantry, and I will be sharing it with you guys once I'm done.
I'm not coming to your birthday party. You know I can't dance when I'm broken hearted. My family don't care. I guess they're unaware. I moved out of the nest then. The city's cold and dark, inspires all my art, but I just get so messed up. Got me feeling like I stepped on legal stressing on my way to work. My way to work. Smiling like a robot, try my best to cover up how much it hurts. You know it hurts. I'm not coming to your birthday party. You know I can't dance when I'm broken hearted. My heart is made of stone. I know it's not my fault. It's just the way it is, love. My childhood was a bore. My feelings
Once we're up from afternoon nap, I like to have clean kitchen so that I can start cooking straight away and clean as I go. In mornings, I'm literally rushing, so cannot follow clean as you go method, but in evenings, I do. As once dinner is cooked, I have to go and pick my husband up, and once we return, kids are super hungry, and I don't get time to clean up the mess, so I follow clean as you go in the evenings. Also, before I put down kids for an afternoon nap, I decide on what I want to cook for dinner, and I would usually wash and dry the veggies so that I'm ready to go once we all are up. We are running a little late today, and kids are tired now and want to sleep. When they wake up, my son, who is 2 years old, he loves to be held and snooze on my lap. So I take both my kids and I would sit on the swing and we'll spend some 10 minutes there. And if I don't do this, my kids are cranky because they just feel left out. So I make sure that I just sit with them 10-15 minutes and they automatically just feel better. They are up from their sleep and they just ask for some food. I feel like my kids are growing so fast. Kushank is 2, Dhyani is going to turn 4, and Kushank is still at this age who wants to, like, really cuddle me and he wants me to lift him up. And I am thoroughly enjoying this cuddling time, and I want these to cherish these moments as much as I can.
You know I want you close, maybe hold your hand a little while. Somehow I know you're gonna be the girl that I'll end up calling my own. We ride around in style, sleeves rolled up, glasses on, and then you make that smile and my heart starts racing.
So after around 10 minutes, they are fully awake and want something to eat. And honestly, it's one of that days when you have nothing to offer them. So I decided to quickly make some makhanas for them. I gave them the snack while they were on the swing, and guess what? They played on the swing for good 30-40 minutes, and I made my dinner and did the cleanup in that time.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
Now it's time to leave again and pick my husband up. He is recovering from his injury, but he still needs few more months to completely recover. And as soon as we are back, I know my kids are going to be hungry and I could sense it in their behavior. So I immediately serve them food. By the way, it's 6:30 p.m. right now, and we generally eat our dinner between 6:30 p.m. to 7.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our way.
After dinner, I encourage them to play by themselves and I would go ahead and start dishwasher. I like to run dishwasher at nights. I'll clean kitchen counter, just making sure kitchen is clean and ready for next morning, as mornings are chaotic. I'm in hurry and cleaning is last thing on my mind in the mornings. But I have a morning speed cleaning routine after breakfast where I take care of all the chaos that I have created. Also, sleeping with clean kitchen, especially floors, also keep pests at bay. So I prefer vacuuming and mopping at night, at least for these days, as my routines keep on changing from time to time, and this is what I'm doing currently.
Fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
Now, time to get kids into their nighttime clothes and also tidy their toy room. I used to do it myself before, but I figured out that they took my help for granted and always kept their room messy. So one day I asked Dhyani to do it herself, clean up entire room on her own. She was obviously not happy, but I made sure I sat with her and guide her where everything needs to go. And that day I realized that I really do not have to do it for them, as if they do it themselves, they become more responsible, make less mess, and learn some chores in the process. My daughter now knows that she has to pick her toys up after play every night. But my son Kushang, he's still young and he's learning the ropes.
Sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down.
Finally, it's time to sleep. It's been a long day, but it's a good example of how a normal day in our life looks. I hope you guys enjoyed our routine. Please like this video if you did, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.
Even if the sky is falling down.